All right, guys. So we left off on a pretty steep cliff, and we're hanging. What do we remember? Where are we? Why are we there? Who's involved? Yeah.
Perfect. Let's see here. We started off at the Bush Light. We were looking for Creedmoor. That was a dead end. So instead we went and posted up on the Clifford's bar. Right? We were in the back keeping an eye out, and eventually we saw a cart show up and some folks get in it, along with a trunk. They made a few more stops, and another trunk was added, I believe.
A couple more.
Each stop. Yeah, each stop had a trunk added to it.
They stopped at a bookstore and a store we don't know what it was, but it was on 9th and Frankfurt.
Mm-hmm. So we continued to follow the cart until it left town, and we followed it along the dark dirt roads, and eventually it took a right in a wooded area, and we found a lookout that Tate and Birdie subdued and tied up and interrogated for a bit, and we learned that there's a farm up the road, and there's a... By this dude's account, what was his name?
Dom.
Yeah.
Dom Denny.
Yep, Dom Denny. Dom Denny informed us that there were at least 7 or maybe a dozen members of the Winsies, and then who knows with the farm. And he wasn't entirely certain what was going on up there, but it's a gang, so probably not a whole lot of good. And
He did not want to go to the Claw Drags.
He did not want to go to the Claw Drags.
We had a very polite, not chaotic conversation with him.
Yes, civil. Very, very civil.
Very civil.
So we left him tied up to a tree, and we're...
and gagged.
And now we're mustering up our courage to approach the farm and see what we find.
I think we left off pretty much right when we could see the farm in the distance, and they were doing something with the cart.
Tate Clay and Birdie Johnson are sitting on the side of the road, the dirt track, surrounded by pillars of trees, and below them an opening into a field with crops. Looks like corn. From their vantage point, they can also see that there is livestock, though the livestock is not out at this moment. There's a decent-looking house where the farmer and his family presumably live. A large barn, a couple of sheds. Looks like there's a little bit of light coming from the house. Some lanterns, maybe a candle. But there's a lot of light coming from the barn and a bit of movement near one of the sheds. From where you are, still maybe 200 yards away, that's what you can see. As well as the movement of a cart pulling into the barn.
Birdie, let's hang up a second here.
All right. Sure you don't want to get just a little closer? Better eye on things?
Let's see what we see for now.
Got it.
And Tate will sight in through his rifle to see how good of a view he'll get from there.
Try to keep an eye out for dogs. Rare you find a farm without a couple mutts running around, and you want to talk about an early warning system.
Roll a very important spot hidden. Take Clay.
10 under 67.
Okay. Birdie, can you dip out for like 1
Absolutely.
minute?
Moving.
Careful, there's a pillow there.
Hey, why is the pillow there?
Oh, and your tire's up.
How weird that a pillow would be there. Tate Clay sitting or kneeling next to his partner, maybe leaning against a tree, looks through the scope of his rifle. What power did we say the scope was?
I think it was like a 4.
Okay. So nothing crazy, but enough to get a...
Crazy for the time.
Yeah. By today's standards, that's like...
Basic.
Yeah, very. Tate looks through the scope, taking in what he can see. Several people walking back and forth, chit-chatting, smoking something. He sees somebody sitting by a shed, arms crossed, leaning against it. He sees the Irishman and the 3 others that came with him near the cart. They're moving the crates into the barn, grabbing new ones, putting those on the back of the crate. Walking around in the barn, you see a really angry-looking law enforcement officer. It's a familiar uniform. From the distance and the power of your scope, it's hard to make out the face to identify the individual, but you're positive this is a sheriff or sheriff deputy. You also see a crow. It's sitting atop the shed. You get the distinct feeling it's looking at you.
Sitting on top of the shed that they're working out of right now?
They're working in the barn,
Okay.
but there's a shed. There's like a tool shed, another shed, and there's one that just looks like... There's a couple of these, right? The one that the guy is leaning against with his arms crossed is the one the crow is sitting on top of. You get the distinct feeling it's looking at you.
Is this a familiar looking crow?
Hard to say. But you notice that its head is shaking. Slowly left to right. Left to right. Left to right. Before it flaps its wings and shudders off into the night. And then the breeze stops for a moment. That's what he sees.
Okay.
You can grab him. So, Birdie, your partner's looking through the scope of his rifle. He pauses for a moment at a particular thing. And then...
I think we're right about crooked cops around here, Birdie.
You got some deputies up front?
I think so. I can make out a uniform walking in the barn. That's about it, but he's giving off some angry gestures, throwing his hands and whatnot. A couple other fellas. I think we need a distraction. And there's a little shed up here with one guy leaning on it. Might be a good first stop.
So one fellow leaning against a shed. That one right there?
Way off in the distance there, and he'll point over to the direction that it's at.
It's about 20 yards away from the barn. There's a large... I already described that to you, right?
Large barn, house, shed.
Couple sheds.
Couple sheds.
Yeah. One's like for tools. You would assume one's for tools, one's for something else, right?
Okay. You see any dogs up there?
He did not see any, no.
No dogs.
All right.
I think we best start with the distraction.
Well, distraction will let them know we're here. Maybe we can...
Well, let them cows out or something.
Birdie's going to look up and try to see. Is there a bunch of cattle in a pen?
There's a fenced off area with a what would you call it? Some kind of a pen, but it's hard to tell what. Like they clearly keep some kind of livestock, but none of them are out, so you don't know what they're keeping.
All right. I think we have to get a little closer just to get a better lay of the land. You know, getting a distraction's a good idea, but we got to figure out exactly what kind of distraction. Maybe
I agree.
we could take a little more time and see how many folks you can see through that there scope.
Take a long way around the side. Get a little closer in the bush.
Yeah, let's do that.
Keep your rifle ready for whatever that was running around.
Absolutely. Just to paint the picture, Birdie left his pack. I'm assuming both Birdie and Tate have dropped their packs so we can move around easier. And he's definitely taken out his Remington 1907.
The packs are not by Dom, though.
I mean, you guys can take them off right now if you want. You're still a good distance away and still technically in the woods.
Yeah, and we'll stash them, I'm assuming, on the way that we're walking.
Yeah, so definitely. So, someone on the road with a flashlight wouldn't be able to see them.
Right. If they were to,
What's a
be a
flashlight?
time traveler and have a flashlight.
Oh, good call.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there's lanterns and shit.
Yeah.
But
A torch.
a torch. Yeah, let's shrug our packs off up here and move around a bit lighter.
There's a tree that's down right there. Might be good to hide them behind.
Let's do it.
And we'll tuck our packs off in the woods a little and make a way up and around.
Can you do a good farm map real quick?
Yes.
He can do one. He can do one quick, or he can do one good. But he can't do one quick and good.
Right now, I'd take the quick.
This is what I got.
That's a stick figure man. I assume it's a man because no girly bits are on it.
Or let me rip this out for you. How about that?
Okay. Lest we look at your notes.
Very confidential.
That would be dangerous if I could read.
Okay, and where are we in relation to this map?
Oh, I'll show you. You are... let's see. You guys went...
Can you put an X on the shed?
You guys are east of this. The shed is technically the closest thing.
So we're west of this then.
West. I'm sorry. Yes, west of that.
Okay.
I thought you said Weiss.
The house is to the east of you.
The house is to the east of us, and the house and the shed are the two closest things.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So the road has a slight curve to it going downhill. On the left side of it is a house. On the right side of it is a shed. Then a barn. Next to that, another shed. And to the left, behind the barn, is a pen of some kind. This is all surrounded by corn. The two agents, the special agent and the U.S. Marshal, make their way south a little bit, following along the edge of the tree line, making sure to stay slightly within it. They start to descend a little bit. And by the time they hit the lower part, the corn is now taller than them, obscuring the farm, but obscuring any onlookers from them.
You want to hang back a second? I'll sneak up and see what I can see.
Sure.
And Tate will stealthily make his way and try to get a better shot at that barn and the shed and everything, really.
Roll a stealth check. A very important stealth check.
13 under 62.
Tate makes his way through the corn. How does he hold his rifle? Low ready, high ready?
With the way Tate's moving right now, he would be high ready, shouldered, holding the rifle out in front of him.
Like straight ahead?
He's ready to go.
Okay.
And he's also keeping that fully in line with his body. So if he's got to move up through some stalks, he can walk straight and not brush too many things.
And he's moving slowly enough to not, like, rummage the corn.
Yeah.
If somebody were to be on the second story of the barn looking out, for example, it wouldn't be moving so much that they would immediately notice it.
He's painstakingly slow in a very deep crouch.
Very deep, okay. He gets to the edge of the corn and staying far enough within it that he's obscured, but through it enough that he can see.
He would lay down at that point.
I feel like that would be harder to do in corn, wouldn't it? If it's all planted like right next to each other, right?
It depends.
You have your nice clean rows. Yep, and then the gap in between the rows.
The rows are not in your favor for laying down.
Okay. Well, they're in my favor for concealment then, so
Yes.
he would not be laying down. But he would be still.
Yeah. Squatting, crouching.
Sure.
Question mark at the end of that.
Sure.
Okay.
Squatting.
Looking through, you can see the cracks in the back of the shed, the one the crow was on. And you see light coming through the cracks in the wood. Looks like there's a little bit of movement inside. Roll a listen check.
Three under 62. Plug your ears.
Yeah, plug your ears for just a second.
And don't sing.
And don't sing. Listen. I told them. Hold on, let me think. They drew blood on our territory. You think we're going to leave them alone? Listen, I told them to stay out of it. Now you're paid back. All right? Paid back how? You think he's got any cash on him? Nothing. He owes you. Just because he owes us doesn't mean he's got the money for it. We get people like this, we take care of them. But this doesn't do anything for us. It doesn't pay us back the men we lost. And what about that other one you got in there? The other one I need to talk to. Well, then go and talk to him.
I removed my hands just in time.
Yeah. Birdie is sitting at the edge of the corn, his partner some distance away, maybe 50 yards or so. Suddenly a puff of cigarette smoke falls near his head. He's not smoking. He feels a presence near him. Roll a Not sanity. Can I see your character sheet?
Yes.
Roll a power check for me.
All right. 84 over 50. Fail.
Birdie feels that something is behind him, a presence. Another puff of smoke. But he also feels petrified. He wants to look behind him, but he just can't. It doesn't make sense. He's telling his body to, but he just can't.
Don't trust the crow.
One more puff of smoke. And then it's gone. And that feeling is also gone. It's not fear, by the way. I want to make that clear.
Birdie is going to turn around with his rifle up. He has enough control not to just start blazing into the darkness. But don't trust the crow. Birdie's going to look around him.
There's nothing. Just the smell of cigarettes and the feeling of a presence that's gone. So, Tate Clay hears that, and then footsteps toward the shed. From where he's standing, he can hear a few more footsteps, a door open, and then two distinct voices clearly gagged, and then dragging toward the barn.
And neither of the gag, fuzzy voices sound vaguely familiar.
Roll and what would you roll for that? Like intuition?
I mean, that would fall under just a good listen.
Which he rolled. He rolled a very good listen. I mean, do you think you could tell, tell if a voice was familiar from just that? If something's in their mouth?
If it's somebody that you're looking for, probably. But if it's just
it'd be tough.
Yeah.
I'd call that almost a coin flip.
Roll your intuition.
There it is. 97 over 85.
It's hard to tell the voice,
That's okay. I had to fail once so Cody didn't get mad.
but you can hear the sound of dragging. You can't see it from where you are.
Tate will make his way back to Birdie.
When Clay gets back to Birdie, he looks a little bit on edge, more so than when you left. His head's kind of on a swivel.
Is he a three-legged bear or something?
Birdie's gonna quick turn with the rifle, and then as he's turning, he recognized the voice.
Hey.
Yep.
Calm.
Yeah, we're good.
You get a little spooked?
Yeah, something like that. We'll have to chat about it a little later. For now, I don't think it's that important. Not to.
Here's
our
what is
current-
important.
All right.
They got 2 hostages. And the Irish was just talking with somebody in the shed here about payback, and they spilled blood.
Think they're talking about the wagon that we saw get hit.
I think part of that, but then they're also talking about money. So I think there's a good chance it might have our buddy.
Huh. Are you talking about, what, Reginald?
Edgar Shelnick.
You talking about Edgar?
I think so.
All right.
Shit, maybe even Creedmoor.
I mean, we hadn't seen him.
Somebody go asking around. Somebody like Creedmoor.
But hey, let's think about this for a quick sec. They got a couple of captives, right? From what you're saying, it sounds like they're on edge. They're talking about blood for blood, isn't that what you said?
Well, they're talking about spilled blood and money owed, and the people they got ain't got no money.
All right. If we do this right, we could potentially, because the biggest concern is, getting out of here. Their hide's intact, but also we don't want them chasing down the two of us, right? So, if we got to get loud, we get loud when we move. And
Hey, here's an idea. Why don't we send our buddy back there, running in saying, the claw dregs are here.
but if we do that, they're going to be up in arms and we ain't going to be able to do nothing.
And we come in from the other side.
How are we going to time that?
That's a good question.
Yeah. If he comes running in, he's going to be running from us to them, and then they know exactly where to point them guns. I like the idea. It's just, we don't have enough folks to pull that one off. Timed fuse or something. I mean,
How's this corn seem? Dry, wet?
Healthy?
not
Is it-
easily burned.
Green or brown?
Oh.
These motherfuckers are healthy.
I wasn't sure where you were going with that. And I'm not a farmer, so
Roll me a farming check.
healthy. Critical fail. It looks well, I guess that's what I meant by healthy. Like it looks like it's well watered and
Okay, so it hasn't
green.
dried yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, drying's more in the fall.
Yeah.
September, October, November. I don't know.
Yeah. It literally what I specifically mean by healthy is it's green and growing and looks like it's well taken care of.
Okay. Tate will pat his pocket down a little bit and pull out a lighter. Think a little smoke in the forest won't hurt them.
It won't hurt them. I don't know. Like, our main purpose in being here right now is to get more information to figure out where these missing persons are coming from, right?
And we got two soon to be missing here right now.
True. But we don't know if that's the missing we're looking for, or just run-of-the-mill gang violence, territorial disputes.
So what do you think?
I think we need more information. I think if we can get up closer, get an idea of what they're doing in that barn.
As you guys are chatting, you can hear the cart moving. Sounds like it's leaving.
Because the way I read it is they use this farm as a base of operations to stash their goods.
I think we gotta circle around and stop that cart.
Think we got to stop the cart.
They're gonna see their buddy missing.
You said you tied him up like out of sight.
Yeah.
But if he's not
Tate's
at his
also,
post,
if he's not there.
Okay.
that's a good point. That's a real good point. All right.
That might not be the worst time to go loud and disappear like we were never here.
Yeah, but then what do we gain? If,
Response.
yeah.
Whatever's in the cart.
Whatever's in the cart and a response, true.
Or go loud and hightail it out of here on the cart.
I mean, there's that as well, but if they got horses up there, they can catch that cart. And not only that, I mean, we're up here because we want to know where them green gems are coming from, right? Where, I feel it in my bones that it's that walled off society again.
The cult? Sorry.
Yeah. I feel like that's at the crux of,
Religious institution.
yeah, I feel like that's why we're here. The hell's the name of that place again?
Sierraton.
Like, I feel like that's where all this crazy stuff's coming from. I got a vibe that it's got some hoodoo in it because I just got hit with a bit of it out here right now. And I think going loud at these guys is, focusing on the pawns instead of the king. I think we need more intel.
What the fuck you mean you got hit with something?
Well, I was out here keeping watch. I smelled smokes, like cigarettes, tobacco.
In the middle of the field?
Yep. And as soon as I hit it, I got hit with this sense like something was behind me. Weren't necessarily good. It didn't feel right. It felt just like Apollo's Cradle and the other place that whose name
Marge.
It felt like Marge, but it weren't Marge. Or if it was, it didn't sound the same. And all it said was, "Don't trust the crows."
What's crows got to do with anything?
I mean, that goes back a bit further, but suffice it to say, whenever I run into any bad bit of juju, well, crows are always around. So if I see a crow, I keep my eyes open and my ears perked.
Suddenly, a shot cracks out in the woods. You hear screaming from the farm. What the hell was that? No! Another shot. Sounds like it's coming from the tree line opposite you guys.
Move up a little closer.
Oh shit, man! It sounds like I think we do got to move closer. If they're getting shot from the
Where the fuck is that?
south,
This could be some...
could be the Clawjacks retaliating, huh?
Well, they got people here. We don't know who they are. This might be our best chance to get up.
All right, let's
Maybe
move
spread
up.
them out.
Move up, stay low. Let's go.
I saw it over there.
We're going to start moving up. And I want to take a look at that shed. Is the guy still there?
No. So, you guys hear this shot crack out. People shout in response, trying to figure out where it's coming from. Another one cracks out. You hear screaming. You hear some shots fired in retaliation. Sounds like they're wild. Moving through the corn. Both of you are moving through the corn?
Yes.
Getting to the edge of it, back to where Clay was earlier, behind that shed that's opposite the house. It looks like everybody that is visible is hiding behind cover of some kind. Their backs toward you, in a manner of speaking. And then a flash. A splash of dirt and wood splinters off next to somebody that's hiding behind a stack of logs. You can see the deputy as well as the Irishman hiding in the barn. And you see a familiar face. The gag pulled out. It's Creedmoor.
Fucking knew it. Hey, they got Creedmoor. That's why I trust my intuition.
Move around!
Hey, Birdie.
Yeah.
Can you check the shed quick?
Is there anybody behind the shed?
Not behind the shed, no.
No?
Nope.
You move up left, I'll move up right.
All right, sounds good. All right, Birdie's going to move up to the left side of the shed, staying behind it.
Mm-hmm.
We're guns up, ready to go.
You get up behind it. You can hear... Somebody somewhere nearby clearly got hit. There's somebody in the shed still. You can hear the...
Birdie's going to, at like the mid-ready, right? He's going to peek around the kind of pie the corner. So he's going to start looking west the way they came, and he's going to start pieing off, getting his view to north so you can see what's going on. He's keeping the bulk of his body behind the shed to provide as little a silhouette as possible.
Is he on the left side or right side of the shed?
He's on the left side or west side.
Okay, so he can see to his left is more of the forest. He pies around and he can see 4 people. One of them is hiding behind a bunch of chopped logs, presumably for firewood, yet to be split. He looks like he's doing fine. He has a pistol of some kind. Hard to tell in the dark. There is a wagon where somebody is lying shot and another person is kneeling near him with a hand on him and a gun, like a rifle, long gun of some kind held up. He's trying to help him. And then you can see another guy. He's on the porch of the house, which is facing you right now. Everybody is facing the other direction. You see a flash from the tree line north of you.
Birdie,
And then you hear, ah! Another person has been shot. That guy that was behind the logs just got hit. Clay, you hear... Let me think a minute.
Can I see that map again?
Yeah. Where the fuck is the rifle? Give me that thing. Clay, you see the Irishman grab a rifle with a scope on it, and he peeks out toward the side of the shed. You hear, and the wood next to his head splinters off, fragments, and he recoils. God damn it! The deputy, now a lot more obviously Deputy Piles, hang on a second, maybe I can reason with them. Reason with them? They've already shot another 2 of our men. What are you guys doing?
Give me half a second, please.
Birdie is going to button hook into the shed. Is there a door on the west side of the shed, or is it on the north?
It's on the north.
Birdie's going to look north and just make certain that nobody's looking at him. And then he's going to move forward and go into the shed.
Birdie, roll a check. Just roll like a stealth check.
66 over 26.
As Birdie is moving, he gets a glimpse of inside the barn. Everybody is looking to the north, toward the gunshots, including the Irishman. But the Irishman pops his head back out, but he's leaning a lot lower this time with the scoped rifle. And Creedmoor looks at you. And he sees you. His mouth is ungagged. Looks like he's been beaten pretty bad. But he doesn't say anything. You hear a loud bang from the Irishman's rifle. And then another shot in retaliation. Landing right next to him, but not hitting him. Inside the shed, he's able to get a little bit of cover and hide. It's lit, though dimly, from a couple candles. No, from a single lantern. It smells bad inside. You see a guy with longer, greasy hair, bit of a beard, dirty clothes. Smells like B.O. He's still gagged.
So there's 2 people in the shed.
No, one guy. That's all you see in the shed. There's the shed and then the barn.
Got it.
Creedmoor's in the barn.
Okay, Creedmoor's in the barn, and there's just some dude in the shed. Did the dude in the shed see me?
Yeah, he's looking right at you.
Birdie's gonna put his fingers up to his lips.
What's Clay doing?
Tate Clay drops to his knees and holds his hands in his head as he starts to hyperventilate, getting thrown into moments similar to this in the past, and is starting to have a PTSD moment.
Can you make that sound? Like that, like what, like paint a picture with like how is he like Tate drops his rifle or like slings his rifle and grabs his head.
Shut up.
Okay.
So you see Tate sitting there, rifle at his knees, hands in his head, just control of himself yet again. But his vision starts to flash before his eyes. And it starts to flash back to night raids in the Spanish-American War. After a few moments, he stands up, takes his rifle in his hands, and points the barrel downrange.
At who?
Getting the Irishman in his sights.
While that's happening, Birdie is in, because that to me sounds like at least a round, right? While that's happening, Birdie is in the shed. He sees this man, dirty.
Birdie is going to leave the shed. He's going to go back the way he came.
Roll another stealth check.
68 over 26.
Mark it.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
Right then, the Irishman pops back in. Stay right here. I'm moving. The guy behind the logs creeps to the left. The guy that's bleeding is being dragged back to the barn. And then you see your partner behind the shed lining up a shot. Clay, roll a to hit.
$70 over 64. Which makes sense considering he kind of can't see straight right now.
And the guy's moving.
What happened to him? I mean, this kind of just came out of nowhere, didn't it?
I rolled myself a check. Oh, and I rolled a 98.
I got, yeah, I don't want it to be like overly obvious. I understand what's happening. He's a combat veteran suffering from PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And we haven't been in a shots on both sides kind of battle.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Clay hasn't been. Yeah.
Not since
Mm-hmm.
the war.
All right. I was like, maybe something happened when I had my ears plugged.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. All right. At first, I was like, this feels like he's just doing it. I was like, anyway, but I will quit questioning.
Tate lines up the shot, being discombobulated from the images flashing in his head, the elevated heartbeat, the excessive breathing. He's having a traumatic response to this firefight. But he's able to get a hold of himself a little bit just as his partner is rounding back the corner and the Irishman is moving, trading places with the deputy. He lines up a shot, fires, BAM! And it misses. It goes right in between the deputy and the Irishman. The two immediately snap that direction. What the fuck was that? Hey, he's over there, not in here. Wait, what? Bam! It's their turn. They're shooting at your direction. Quick snap reflex. The shot goes wide into the corn. The deputy is out in the open, as is the Irishman. You hear another crack from the tree line. One of the other henchmen, counting, this is now 3 of them that have been shot. Birdie, it's your turn.
Birdie's going to go back to the left side of the shed now. He was going to... His original plan was to try to make it to the barn undetected. God damn it. God damn it. He's going to button hook back to the left side of the shed and peek out to see what he sees. What's in front of him?
That guy hiding behind the logs.
Birdie's going to line up.
Semi-auto?
Semi-auto.
Roll the hit.
53 under 61.
Roll a d12.
That's a 5.
Okay. Do you add anything to that?
I don't know.
You gave him something. I don't remember what it was.
Here we go. It's a D10 plus 3. So disregard.
Okay. I'm sorry. Disregard, rewind, D10 plus 3.
That is a 3 plus 3 is 6.
Okay. Boom! The gun recoils into your shoulder pretty stoutly, but you're able to hold it. Reminder, the gun does have a leather strap, like buttoned into the underbarrel, the wooden underbarrel. So he's able to hold it into his chest pretty well, into his shoulder, pull the trigger, and maintain that sight picture as well as he can for a
Night fight.
large caliber and a night fight. The bullet strikes right into the other guy's shoulder. You see something kind of splatter. It's dark, hard to tell, but there is warm light coming from the shed and the barn, and you see a dark fluid hit the logs behind him. You see him snap back, his left hand go kind of limp. God damn it! God! Fuck! He's clearly looking at your direction, but very, very hurt. He takes a knee and is like looking in that direction. The Irishman continues to move to the other side of the barn, but looking at the shed now.
Tate would have taken a shot at him.
Well, it's not his turn in initiative, quote unquote, yet.
Why'd the Irishman get 2?
It was the deputy.
The Irishman shot back at me.
The deputy shot back at you.
Ooh.
The Irishman moves, looking toward the shed, gets out of sight onto the eastern side of the barn. Then you hear another. A round goes through the wooden shed. It's made out of essentially 2x4s, and a bullet goes through it and grazes the shin of Birdie, doing 2 points of damage.
Damn.
It is now Clay's turn. The sheriff deputy is completely wide open.
What's to the west of Clay?
His partner.
Okay, sort of that way. Well, Tate would just take a shot at the deputy.
Roll for it.
98 over 71.
At least it's not a 99. The shot goes wide. Lands to the right of the deputy. The deputy, with his pistol, fires a shot at Clay, dealing, again, 2 points of damage. It hits Clay in the exposed shoulder, grazing the muscle on the top. Is it Birdie's turn now?
Yes.
Go ahead, Birdie.
So the one guy's got a big old hole in his shoulder.
Yep. He does not look very good.
Can Birdie look a little more to the right and see the deputy? Tell you what, Birdie is going to. He wants to kind of he wants to full auto the front of the house just to suppressing fire it.
Okay.
Like a 4 or 5 round burst.
Okay, there's rules for this. The volley is rolled normally, but each subsequent volley adds a penalty die. Well, I have the rules on this thing.
I could see all your secrets.
Here, read this part real quick while I go pee.
Okay.
I got a P2.
P2?
I'm gonna beat you there.
What about P3? That's okay, I'll go in the kitchen sink.
90.
They simply don't. Okay, so, Dubois. Birdie Johnson is rolling full auto at the farmhouse.
Yep, he's going to do a 3 round burst. Okay, first round. Those are the wrong dice, sorry. He rolls a 2 for the first one.
Okay, that's a hit. The guy on the porch takes a bullet. Roll damage.
Okay. That is a 10 plus 3. That's a 13.
His head explodes. Literally. The fragments of the skull and brain matter spread all around, and the body goes limp instantly. The rest of the bullets hit the house. Go ahead, keep rolling.
Yeah. Okay, 52 with disadvantage, 82, so the second one's a miss. And then the third one, 59, 9, and 89. Yep, you're right. The other two miss. I was like, you never know, I might hit the dude in the pocket, too. Down. Well, down.
So, the guy on the porch, boom, boom. The muzzle of the rifle goes up drastically, but the first shot lands true. From the east side of the barn, you hear a crack. Then it's Clay's turn. The sheriff is like hugging what is not really cover, but you can tell he's trying to make his body smaller. He's pointing his revolver straight at you. Creedmoor is looking around, and he's plopped over on his side and is trying to kind of like do the worm a little bit to get out of the way of the fire. His hands are tied, and so are his ankles.
Tate will take another shot at the sheriff.
Okay, roll. Mind you, his shoulders hurt.
I think Tate's vision is starting to come back a little bit to reality as he rolls a 46 under 71.
Yeah, the adrenaline, right? Like
Hearing the ba-ba-ba right next to him.
Well, and being shot himself.
Yes.
You know, like brought him back to reality. He was in this like fugue state, you know, reliving things that had already happened. Roll damage. And then he takes a bullet. He's back in it.
11 points of damage.
Instinctively, he bolts the gun as soon as he pulls the trigger. It recoils into his shoulder, and the chest of the sheriff goes concave, blows out the back of him, and he goes limp. And you can hear some... Birdie, it's your turn again. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Another crack goes out. Ah! Fucking damn it! Ah! You hear, out of sight, from the east side of the barn. It is now Birdie's turn.
And at the house right now, there's nobody left.
Nobody left.
Birdie wants to map real quick. I want to just show you.
Yep. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
No, that was me.
I wasn't looking while I was handing it, so it's my fault too.
So we're at this shed.
Yep.
Okay.
South side.
Birdie wants to run to this shed.
Okay.
Is there anybody over here that he's aware of?
Not that he's aware of, no.
Okay, because there's nobody left up here.
Yep.
And we have the Irish dude right here.
Yep.
All right. Birdie's gonna run from this shed around Clay to the back of this shed.
Where's the Irish dude?
Over here.
On the east side of the barn.
All right. Birdie is we're just talking like a low sprint.
Okay. He gets there. He still has an action. What's he doing?
He's gonna look around the side and see if he sees anybody.
He cannot. Everybody else is dead at this point.
Except the Irish.
Or bleeding.
Or bleeding.
Well, you heard the Irishman. It sounded like he got hit.
Let's see. The door to the barn is on the west side of the barn.
Yes.
The big door.
Yep.
Birdie is going to continue moving up to the south side of the barn on the western side of the south side. If you
Okay. Yep. I see it. Yeah. On the corner of the barn.
Yep. But he doesn't want. He knows that there's some good shots out there, so he's not peeking around the corner.
Okay.
He's just running up to the barn.
Okay. At this point, there's a bunch of pigs. You can hear pigs squealing, running around. They're out of sight, though. Sounds like it's coming from the northeast. And everybody else that he can see is rolling around on the ground or sitting, or they've dropped their guns. Everybody else is out of the fight that he can see.
If Birdie can make it into the barn, he's going to make it into the barn. Staying on the, same thing. South side of the barn, door, he wants to just,
Okay.
He wants to be as exposed over here as little as possible.
He can do that on his next turn.
Perfect.
Because he moved pretty far
Yeah.
just then, and then took a lot of visual stuff. You hear the Irishman, fucking piece of shit. Clay, it's your turn.
Slinging his Craig Jorgensen and pulling his 1911, Tate's going to take off as much in cover as possible towards where he heard the Irishman.
Okay, so he would be running past his partner, and then that's as much as he can move in one turn.
Yeah, but he would stop somewhere that's not wide out in the open.
Right. Let's just say he moves up to the right of his partner.
Sure.
Then you hear,
I got Irish.
I'm going in for Creedmoor.
Birdie, it's your turn.
Okay. Moving real quick.
He can see the head and shoulders of the Irishman. He's laying on his back with his rifle held up, and he's clearly trying to take a strange angle behind some kind of cover. He sees you moving and looks over at you.
I can. Oh, is there open doors? On
There's an open door on the other side.
on the east side, and I can see them.
Mm-hmm.
Birdie, is it wide open, or is there any?
Yeah, wide open.
Oh shit. Birdie's gonna raise up and shoot at him. One shot.
Roll to hit.
That is an 8.
Roll damage.
Damn, son.
3 plus 3 is 6.
He takes the shot, shoots him right in the neck, and it blows a clear hole through his neck. You see
Who did you just kill?
the Irish Creedmoor.
Unfortunate. Irishman.
I thought you were shooting out in the bush.
No.
Okay.
Nope. So the barn,
You're aiming right at Irish.
west and east. I go on the west side, see straight through the barn to the Irishman laying down in the east, and he sees me. So I'm like, fuck.
Yep. So the bullet goes straight through the Irishman's neck, leaves a big hole and clearly a large exit wound by the plume of dirt thrown up from the round. You can see his tongue sticks out of his wide open mouth in pain. And then after just a moment, it goes completely still. And Creedmoor's there. Ah, dude, I fucked my thumb. Ouch. In real life.
I believe you.
That's a weird thing for Creedmoor to be saying right now.
You ever flip your thumbnail up?
Oh,
Do we still have shots coming from the tree line?
Did you guys wait a moment to hear for more shots?
oh! If Birdie's next action is to free Creedmoor.
Tate, hearing a shot coming from inside and hearing kind of the Irishman go, "Ugh," would aim his rifle downrange towards where the shots were coming in from.
Oh, thank you, God, says Creedmoor
Yep.
to Birdie.
You can thank me later when we're actually out of this.
Fuck.
Hold on. Birdie's gonna sling his rifle and pull out his knife.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we ain't out of the woods yet. Can you move? Can you walk?
Yeah, just my ankles, please.
Yep.
Oh, Creedmoor is beat. His right eye is swollen shut. There's blood coming out of his nose and a little bit dripping out of his mouth. He looks like he's been pretty walloped.
All right, now we're not the only bells at this ball, okay? We got some other folks out there that were shooting at these guys. We got to go now.
I know. It's fine.
It's fine.
And with that, we'll end this episode.
It's fine. The fuck do you mean, Creedmoor?
Hey, it's fine. And with that, we'll end this episode. Not bad.
Hello, everybody. It's me. And I'm feeling so much better. Holy crap. I had a nasty case of the Rona 19, and that set me back. Holy shit. That was pretty rough. Let me tell you, I was feverish. I was coughing. I was shivering, and I was a mess. I had my dear boy Chamberlain to keep me company in these trying times. Watched some new TV shows or old TV shows. I rewatched American Horror Story Season 1, which I thought was pretty good. I really liked it, when it was coming out when I was a teenager. I think I was like a freshman in high school or middle school or something. And I remember really liking it. It was probably high school when I watched it. Because it was so like, wow, that's literally me. But like not really, obviously. Cause I was like, I was a little, I was a little edgy, right? I was a little emo, right? I was a little like, oh, don't talk to me. I'm going to wear my hoodie and my beanie and wear my Converse. I'm going to wear my Converse everywhere. I'm going to listen to Linkin Park on my MP3. Oh, Tech Decks, Xbox. Oh. But then I watched True Detective Season 1, and that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Great acting. Really interesting story. I saw a YouTube thumbnail describing it as drunken cops battling elder gods. And I thought, yeah, kind of. Somebody once upon a time had said that I would really like it. Turns out they were right. Normally my friends are right when they say that, oh, you're going to really like this thing. Sometimes they're not right. But so that's what I did. I also, what else did I start doing? I don't know. I made some good tea, lots of good tea, but enough of that. I'm going to chit chat less about that and more about Patreon. Hey, we have Patreon. Check it out. And actually, big fat meaty juicy shout out to our patrons who are Glans Dilzig, Carter Garcia, Paul Davis Steak, and Totoro's Bang Buzz. Thank you guys so much. It all means the world. And if you want your name shouted out at the end of every episode, go ahead and check out the Patreon. You also get access to other bonus features and all kinds of cool stuff like that. What else? Discord. Pop in the Discord. Say hello. Post some fan art. Bully everybody. No, don't do that. Bully me. Maybe. Bully Sadesky. You can bully him. Dubois, I wouldn't recommend it. He's gonna hurt your feelings a lot more than you can hurt his. Okay. What else do I have? Oh, we have a merch store. Whoa! A merch store where you can buy stuff and things and, fill your pockets with stickers and, a coffee cup with the logo and everything. And it's like super cool. That's what I have for you guys. I will let you go enjoy your week. I touched on some stuff last week and I still hope everybody is doing okay. It's, things in my neck of the woods are still pretty, all over and exciting, but not necessarily in a good way. I guess I am really, I'm very proud of a lot of people right now. And it's really awesome to see, the I don't know, resistance. I think that would be the word, not to sound cringe, but anyway, I'll leave it there. Be safe, be healthy, be warm, be happy. I mean, protect your mental health. It's important to be involved. It's important to stay informed, but it's also important to not like suffer. So, within reason, right? Like we all have to a little bit, but, yeah, unplug a little bit once in a while, find that childhood thing that you just absolutely loved, and maybe spend an afternoon doing that thing. Revisit that book you never finished, or that video game or something like that, from when you were a youngin'. And I will leave you guys with that. Have a good week, and I will see you next Tuesday.